Okay, welcome back. I'm Dana Thomas, licensed master's level psychologist at Family Service and Guidance Center. And we are back for our third week of the Real World Parenting Series, and we're talking about childhood depression still. We've talked about the trends previously and the signs and symptoms of different things to watch for as you are noticing changes in children and think they could be having some depression issues. And so now we're going to talk about resources. We talked in the last video about things you can try at home, being supportive, making sure you have a daily dialogue with your child, just to really gauge and get a baseline on, kind of their days and how they're doing, and to watch for any changes. So in addition to doing those things at home, if you think that your child potentially needs extra services or, needs an addition to something, then consider sending your child, starting some therapy services. If you're not sure if that's something you're interested in doing, or if you have close friends and family that have had other children that have dealt with these things, talk to them. See what they've tried in their family, what has helped, what didn't help. So talk to friends, trusted acquaintance. If there's somebody at church that you really, really trust their opinion and you think they'll guide you well, feel free to talk to them. And if somebody gives you a suggestion that you're not comfortable with, you absolutely follow your gut. Don't do that suggestion. You have to be okay with it you have to buy into it for your child to buy into it. So definitely talk to lots of people, get more than one opinion, and see if there's something out there that you think you need to continue to move on to get your child more help. Another resource that you could do is talk to your child's pediatrician. There are lots of new pediatricians in the city. I have young children, so I know that the pediatrician world has kind of turned over a little bit. But they are equipped with all of the resources that are in our community. If they don't know where to send you, they'll help figure it out. But definitely ask them, is this something that you've seen a lot of? Is this something normal? We all have to do those questionnaires when we go in and take our kid in for their yearly exam with their pediatricians. So if something on there brings up a question or a red flag, definitely talk about it with your pediatrician and see if it's something that you need to get more guidance on. Absolutely do that. School counselors are a great resource. Back in the day, school counselors used to come visit your class like maybe once or twice a month. And now, based on what my children tell me, they have weekly meetings with their counselor, just check-ins. They go in small groups to see how things are going. They just talk about it, all kinds of weird drama that might be happening in the classroom. So they're very in tune with who their school counselors are. So they're going to have a great read on your child, especially in the school setting. So if you have questions or concerns, talk to that person. They can definitely give you resources within your community. If you feel like you do want to take the step to do therapy, find your local community mental health center, call your insurance company. On the back of your card, it should have a number or a website. You can look on there to see who's covered by your medical insurance in order to provide some therapy for your child. If you go that route, again, the biggest piece is buy-in. You have to be okay with this process happening so that your child sees that it's okay to talk to this person. And if for whatever reason you start the process with somebody, it doesn't feel like a good fit, your child just for whatever reason, they just don't mesh well together with that therapist, that's not a big deal. We all know that there are going to be some people that walk through our door. We just have very different views of things, or we just don't click, and that is okay. We know that, and we want to get you to somebody, or your child to somebody who they will click with and they'll fit well with, so that the work can get done and they can feel better. So if something just doesn't seem right, ask your child what they liked, what they didn't like about that person. Would they feel better talking to a male or a female, or a younger person or an older person? Ask all of those questions, try to narrow it down as best you can. They need to feel comfortable in order for them to open up and work through what's bothering them. If you get to some of the symptoms that we talked about that were the big red flags in terms of the self-harm behavior, an increased interest of death, very, very risky behaviors like substance use and driving, all of that kind of stuff, If you get to those types of things and the risk of self-harm or suicide or even harming others in the process of doing those things, that's when it's more serious. You definitely need to start thinking about calling crisis, and you can find those numbers to a local community mental health center on their website. You can always go to the emergency room if somebody is in immediate danger, if someone like has overdosed on something in your home, or if somebody is actively harming themselves, like cutting, or they're trying to run away and they tell you they're going to go jump off of, a bridge or something. Those are the moments you need to take that child to a location so someone can help you keep them safe, like the emergency room, or call 911. Those are the most important moments in trying to keep somebody safe, keep you safe, and get other people there to help you as much as possible. So biggest advice is don't be afraid of these things. Don't back down. Just take small steps, ask questions to anybody and everybody, and people will help guide you through the process of getting help for your child. So that is our third and final video for the month. Please join me at our live Real World Parenting Q&A next Thursday on the 24th. Look for instructions below on how to sign up in the video description. Thank you.